Let's do this. Welcome to the BlabberMalt Show with your hosts, Dave and Matthias, two guys that blabber incessantly about beer, brewing, and bullcrap. Stick around while they brew up another tasty episode.
Yo, what's up? What's up, everybody out there in BlabberMalt land? What's going on?
A little late start, but you know, this is episode 64 of the BlabberMalt Show, June 18th, 2024.
Yeah, man. Welcome.
Fix my crooked head.
Yeah, so we got Jerome here from Schnitz.
What's up,
Thanks
dude?
for being
What's going
here,
on,
man.
guys? No,
Let's do cheers again.
Thanks for coming.
Let's cheers again.
Can we figure this out?
That's
make
good.
this awkward.
That's good. That was the first start of the sausage party.
Yeah, you know it.
Lots of conversation about that today.
So before we get too far into this, don't forget to like and subscribe to BlabberMalt Show. We're the BlabberMalt Show on YouTube and Facebook and Spotify, and add BlabberMalt on X, Instagram, and Threads.
Yeah, smash that button. We need people to follow our page and like us. We're
We
doing
do.
about 10,000 views a week of our show. But I want you to be able to hit that button, like it,
Tell your friends, share it,
share it,
send it to them.
follow it, and then, you know, maybe get some more updates from us as we go. Because Dave sends a ton of really cool reels out throughout the week. So
We're going to try to. And don't forget to follow the Beacons link. That's where you can find all that stuff, and you can find the Printify shop and get some swag, get some T-shirts, get some pint glasses, some coffee mugs.
hoodies. It's not really hoodie
Yeah.
weather today.
It's time to order them, though.
Yeah, we're gonna get some baby bibs or something, some
Ooh.
onesies.
Yes.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that.
It sounds like a good idea, though.
Yeah, babies like the BlabberMalt Show.
Babies like BlabberMalt Show.
It's time to mash in.
All right, man. So like we said, we got Jerome here from Schnitz. We're going to talk to him a little bit. So how the show is going to go. We're going to talk everything Schnitz, how he got into brewing, his origin story with,
Ooh, this is an origin story day.
and
Yeah, it's fun.
how he got into brewing.
All the
his-
deets, dude.
all his
The
favorite
dirt.
craft
I want
beers.
all the
and-
dirt.
Yeah. Then we're going to get into a little bit of homebrew happenings. We're going to talk about some pro brew happenings, what's going on
Yeah.
in your guys' world and some other breweries in our area. And we'll talk about some music happenings and then, wrap it up with some bull crap like we always
It's
do.
our forte, man.
Yeah, that's what we do.
That'll work.
What are we drinking?
Well, this is Marblehead IPA, version
right.
3.5.
3.5.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice. How'd you get the 0.5?
Well, I changed the hops, and I had some Maris Otter malt, so I used it. I would normally just use a pale or Pilsner malt, but
Thanks, Chad, by the way.
Yeah.
That's all his comment.
So is Tom going to be a 3.5 on this 3.5?
hopefully better than a 1.25.
1.25 tastes like an IPA with Maris Otter.
Yeah, yeah, it doesn't taste like Pilsner malt.
Sorry, Tom. Hey, guys, back there. Tom is here. Everybody say hi to Tom.
Tom,
The
what's
man.
up?
So,
He's sporting his Beer and Bacon Fest, Toledo Beer and Bacon Fest shirt.
dude,
I
I'm
like
so
that.
bummed about not being able to make that with you guys this weekend. I was literally stoked to do that. I mean, think about it. Other than sausage,
Hey,
I mean, beer and bacon.
beer and
Come on.
bacon go.
sausage and bacon is good, too.
Uh,
Wrap those links up.
Ooh, wrap it up. We had that conversation earlier, by the way. We had a couple conversations earlier. So
Hey, Chad, the ABV is about 7.
7.
About 7.
That's a solid.
So he cut me off, so that just means that it's time to stop talking about that.
No, I'm just responding to the
All people
the
ask him.
peeps. Yeah.
Yeah, full bodied. It is citrusy.
Yeah, it's got some Citra in there. It's got some Simcoe because I had it. And,
Digging the color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I hate golden straw IPAs.
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't say I hate them. Just, no, everyone does them.
Yeah.
Let's add some color to IPA.
Yeah. Bring color back.
Bring color back.
So let's talk about the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So
How was yours?
I was in Marblehead. There was a big surprise.
Boom! It's
We
the
had,
summer. Let's go. Why not?
We had Funtastic Fridays.
Ooh.
They have a rolling tiki bar.
Yes. Was it your turn?
It was not.
Okay.
It was my neighbors across the street and down a little bit. The Ballingers, when they roll the tiki bar to your house, you have Fantastic Friday. So that usually entails, some light hors d'oeuvres and usually a signature drink. So they had a nice carafe of something that I wasn't drinking, but looked delicious with some fruit in it.
Ooh.
But I had a growler of this bad boy. So
You did.
that's what I was drinking.
Nice.
This seems a little stronger than.
It's stronger than the
7%.
wheat. Yeah. It might be 7.5. I don't know.
It's the big bright lights playing on you.
I don't have
now.
the TTB breathing down my neck for exact readings, like
So
you
what
uh,
were the hors d'oeuvres? I've heard some story. What I'm asking is I've heard some stories about people on your street that just do it upright.
Yeah, this was reasonable. Well, I mean, I should say it was delicious.
Reasonable.
Pulled pork and all the accoutrement and pasta salads. But he did have a guy set up under a tent with a loudspeaker playing guitar and singing. I
Ooh.
mean, that's kind of over the top.
Dang, that's sweet.
That's over the top. So your Fun Friday's gonna have to be
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
Billy.
bring Billy Morris back.
You heard that, Billy? If you're watching, you got to go to
we
Fantastic
gotta-
Friday out in Marblehead.
We're working on another gig for you. Yeah.
I'm sure he's booked, but make it happen, dude.
Yeah, we'll do it on a Thursday or something. He'll be
in
down
for
with
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fun-
Fantastic Thursday.
Fantastic Thursday. Doesn't
What
really
about-
ring as much, but
Yeah.
what else you do?
We're working on it.
Tremendous Thursdays.
Other than
Tremendous Thursdays, yeah.
tremendous Thursdays.
Like Jerome with the names. Yeah.
I like alliteration.
Yeah. So same guy who had the thing. We see what we do. We don't have a boat. Well, we have friends with boats, and I knew he had a boat. And if we hang
Smart.
around long enough into the night, he's going to get the idea. Hey, let's go for a cruise tomorrow. You guys want to go? I'm like, yes, that's what I was waiting for. Yes, we'll go. So he took us over to Putin Bay.
That's why we hung out all day.
Yeah, that's why we. So we had a good time.
Nice.
Freaking beautiful boat. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, great time.
Now you guys have your own little dock slip though, right?
We do have a dock, so if anybody has a boat and they want to dock it there, just leave me the keys. I'll wash it up. We'll keep it with gas, but leave me the keys.
That's a fair statement.
That's fair, I think.
Free docking.
Yeah. So let me use your boat.
Sounds like a non-YouTube version of OnlyFans.
So Jerome, what'd you get into?
I was at Ashland Ale Fest all weekend.
Oh, that's right.
I heard
That's
great
right.
things.
Well, I should say Saturday.
Talk about it.
Ashland Ale Fest is a great beer festival. Head down over there. We've done it the last 3 years. It's been packed. Everyone gets rid of all. I shouldn't say gets rid of all the beer, but all the beers move that you bring,
Yeah.
so you're not bringing any kegs home, which is awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It's an awesome time if you guys got to check it out.
And it's outside, right?
Yeah, outside on their main street.
Yep.
They closed down about a quarter-mile stretch of street. Dora in effect, and it's all good.
That's cool.
And it sold out.
Oh yeah,
Had good attendance.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Uniontown is like the head, like the host brewery down there.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Doug and his wife do a great job. I mean, the brewery's awesome down there too as well.
Yeah.
That's a good brewery
Yeah.
for sure. Pictures look great. We've always talked about that being something we're going to do. It's just hard. All those summer festivals are hard
Oh,
on a
There's so
regular
many.
basis.
we are loaded up every week basically from now until the middle of September.
Between what you guys do with
Between Dutch Schnitz Ale, Schnitz Ale Brewery, Schnitz Ale Production, we're just so loaded with festivals and other goings on.
which is great, and you have a great team that does that for you. They are definitely John in the spot when it comes to
Oh yeah, I mean the people that we work with are awesome.
Mm-hmm.
We got Brie, our events coordinator, Griffin's our marketing, Scott's
Yep.
our marketing and outside sales guy, Igor runs around and just controls us all, and then there's Scott, our brewer, who we wouldn't be able to handle a lot of stuff out.
Sure.
At least I wouldn't be able to handle a lot of the other stuff I do without him. So,
Sure.
Yeah, we have a great team.
That is very helpful.
So Matthias, you get any time away from work? Or
No.
You're just Madison 100%.
Mm-hmm. Just
Yeah.
worked a bunch.
Yeah.
The boys are on their tours of colleges
Oh, okay.
last week and this week. So we did a bunch of those over the weekend. I still worked a ton, but Friday, Saturday, and Sunday
Okay.
there in Madison. But got them to go on a trip. We went to Ohio State yesterday
Okay.
for a visit, which was pretty cool to
Yeah.
hang out in the locker room and see all their really cool. I don't know if you would call it even facilities. They're more like world-class facilities.
Yeah. Palace.
It's a palace. It's a palace, and so it's probably bigger and better than any professional team's facilities.
Were they like
By
blown
far.
away?
They were blown away.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were blown away. I was blown away. They had a good camp. They worked really hard. They put some film on Twitter yesterday.
You're like, you know what? Maybe I'll break out the cleats again.
No,
No.
not one time did I think that. It was so hot yesterday. Man, I didn't think twice about that.
Yeah. Oh wow. So is this like their first tour, or they been to some other?
So they went to a few others. This week we had Michigan. Sorry, we had Ohio State yesterday. We have Michigan tomorrow.
Oh wow.
An invite only in a big man camp, which is fun. So we'll leave tomorrow morning early and go to Michigan and hang out with some of their people and get a tour, and then camp.
Yeah.
2.5 hours of camp. And then Friday we're down at our last one of the summer at Ohio University.
Okay.
So we're there on Friday.
All right.
Should be fun.
All right. I
So-
want to hear a
That's
report back on how those go.
I will. It's gonna be my week, working and football camp. So it's good stuff.
Yeah, for
You know,
sure.
We're excited. Jerome, so outside of the fest you were just at, what'd you guys pour there?
We poured our summer shandy, our Radler, our Ribbon Rock Radler.
Which we have
can right
tonight
here.
to try.
Oh, cool.
Our Boozendorf Hazy IPA, which is this can right here. And then we had our Schnitz Classic, which I didn't bring today, but I brought our Coach Dunkel. So all three moved real well. Got really good responses from everyone down there. So
Here's a little side note. I just thought of this. We were up, in Marblehead. My dad came over on Sunday, Father's Day, cooked him some dinner, and he's picking out his beer. And he's like, "Well, I got to drive home. I'm just gonna have." I picked out a Twin O's, pounder. He's like, "Well, I don't want to drink that much beer. I'm just gonna have this Boozendorf." I'm like, "All right, Dad, that's a 10.5% hazy, but he likes hazies." He's like, "I don't care. I'm gonna
have it anyway."
He drank it. He loved it. But I was like, and then proceeded to have like 3 more beers. I'm like, okay. So
Luckily, he's only a few miles away.
yeah, for sure.
yeah, I did a trivia night on Friday night, and I started talking to some older gentlemen, and I'm impressed at how much they're like, "Oh, we're just doing IPAs, hazy IPAs." I'm like, "All right." I'm like, "We got one for you.
I got one for you. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
You got an Uber?
I do think that having multiple locations, you guys having multiple locations, and again, being a location that is coming from kind of the old world style of food, right? And
Completely.
seeing the people transition to not just craft beer in general, but also IPAs, some hazies in general because they're soft and they're good.
Yeah,
But it's fun to see. I love talking to tables of people who are in their 70s and 80s who've stepped outside their comfort zone and fell in love with IPAs.
Yeah, I mean it's great. Thank you. I'm sweating my balls off again already. Big
These
bright
lights are hot,
The
by
big
the
bright
way.
lights.
Big city.
Now, what we've noticed is, like I said, as soon as we can get them in the door,
Yep.
that they're gonna like whatever I shouldn't say whatever we put in front of them, but they're gonna like what we have.
Mm-hmm.
They'll find a style. They'll be like, yeah, that's good. I'm gonna keep on going back to that.
Which is fun,
Yeah.
especially when they're there for the sausage.
Yes,
Yeah.
our delicious sausage.
And on that note,
It's time for the Vorlop.
all right. So now this is the part of the show where we really get down and dirty with Jerome and just ask him all the brewing questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Get into like how you got into brewing. And we don't have Igor here to distract us with all his sausage talk.
So that's what my
I'll
job
try to
is
keep up the
today.
sausage talk a
just
little
gonna
bit.
okay.
That's my job today.
I mean, we gotta bust his balls because he's not here, right?
Bust your sausage.
We gotta
son.
bust
Let's go.
I mean, you guys can't. I mean, he's my boss.
Yeah, okay.
I will bust the sausage. So we had a really nice time at the production facility a few weeks ago.
Yes.
Love the tour. Love sitting in new space. I think it's a wonderful new space, connecting both your old world and the new production facility.
Yeah.
Fresh, clean. We had snacks afterwards. So
Yeah.
you can have food when you're there. Again, not the full menu, but they're working on some of the things
Yeah,
in general.
we actually just changed our menu up there. I think we're going to release a new updated version either tomorrow or the following week. So we should be good there.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
think
cool.
some flatbreads are going on there, plus some of the other stuff that we still have.
Yeah, and I was happy with having, we had a couple sausages and some pretzels. It was nice.
Yes.
He was excited.
Sausage was good. I mean,
He was
I'm
excited.
not gonna lie to you.
When the cameras were off, the sausage came out.
I'm like, I know I joked about it, but give me some of this sausage.
But it was really good, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
The best part was
100%.
he was smashing that
He was tearing it up.
right
He
away.
was tearing it up.
So you
I'm
know
married
what-
with kids, but
I'm married with the
Impressive
kids, but I'm
sausage.
putting that sausage in my mouth fast before I leave. And you love the fact that as someone who has been a part of a family business his entire life, whose mom and dad have made the same sausages for 40 years, right? And he's still.
Oh yeah,
I mean, but
it's good. I mean, it just is.
It's
I mean,
good.
The recipe's good.
Yeah.
The way we make it is good. I mean, Stevie smokes it great. I mean, it's perfect.
I can't. I'm a 13-year-old boy. I can't help it.
Pull yourself
Well,
together, gentlemen.
okay.
pull it together.
All right. Okay.
So Tom is here tonight because we love him, and he's our really good friend. He's our BFF. He's
Do
our
we, though?
sausage patty boy.
Do we really?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
Hi, Tommy. right there.
Yeah.
Look at him. Oh, and he's wearing this shirt. He has beers the night for us to pour.
He does.
Yeah. Tom is a. I think his family we call him a control freak, right?
What? No way.
No way, but not in a bad way. Like he's good at pouring beers, and there's 4 of us here. He's going to pour exactly 4 even pours, and it's going to be wonderful.
Yes.
So that's what he does.
All right.
So what's the
summer one?
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. See, he has a plan already too.
He's got it.
I
mapped
promise
out,
you,
yeah.
he has a plan. So when we have beer shares together, you lay him out. You just kind of let it ride because the man has a plan.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
gonna let go up. He's thinking about what's the best process to do, what to have first, so you don't waste your
your taste buds.
taste
on-
buds.
yeah.
All the fun things.
It's good to have a plan.
It is good to have a plan.
Yeah.
So that's why I just give Tom the stuff, and he's the man.
Yeah. So let's get into some questions for Jerome
Yeah,
here.
let's rock this.
How did you get into brewing? How did you discover that you like beer enough to make it?
Thank you, sir. So beer brewing. So my history with alcohol goes back a ways, just because I'm Polish, so Dad liked to imbibe a bit, So moonshine was our standard fare of making.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then when my buddy Doug was getting married, he bought me an old Mr. Beer kit, and
Gotcha,
I
yes.
mean old.
Yes.
So
The barrel,
Oh, yeah.
plastic barrel. I had
Plastic
that.
barrel. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
how I started.
yeah,
We
that's
got a lot
exactly
in
how I
common.
started. So I literally made it. Followed the Mr. Beer instructions to a T.
Miserable.
It was terrible. I tried to add as much raspberry syrup to that beer as I could to make it taste good. It was still awful.
But I like alcohol.
But
so
I drank it because I didn't know any better.
yeah.
Plus, you made it. You had to drink it.
But I love the process so much. Basically, the week after I finished all that stuff, went out and got my real homebrew equipment and just started rocking from there. And
What was your-
then it was basically just kind of keep on growing
Yeah.
from bottles to kegs to kegerators to refrigerators to all that stuff.
It starts taking over your
Oh, yeah.
basement and your garage and
Yeah, I was lucky enough my parents owned a machine shop, so we had space.
Oh yeah.
So it was like, all right, I could brew in this machine shop,
Oh, that's cool.
put it in this used refrigerator that we had. Drill some holes in the refrigerator, have some tabs on handle.
Yeah.
Make sure no one was drinking it until after 5. But
Yeah.
So it's the norm. So the normal habit of people who get into the homebrew world is that we start out with something small, a gift, typically, other than Jason Lowry. You start out with a gift of either the Mr. Beer kit or something small, like a on the stove kit.
yeah,
Same thing,
the
but
1 gallon little kits.
yep. And you brew something, and you're like, not great, but I'm drinking it
Yeah.
because I made
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
and it's fun.
Well, you're like, oh, it's 5%. This is great.
This is
Well,
great.
back what,
Yeah,
20
it was
20 some
great.
odd years ago. 5% was still pretty high of alcohol content for the most part.
Yeah.
I'm in on that one.
What was your first setup? Was it propane?
Oh yeah, propane.
Stovetop? Okay.
Yeah. Well, first setup I think was obviously stovetop.
Yeah.
Doing the little Mr. Beer kit in the stove in my tiny little apartment that was as big as your basement here.
Yeah.
At least this side of your basement. And then obviously going to propane, and then the banjo burner, and then the jet burner.
Yeah.
You know, just
Yeah.
upgrading, wasting a lot of money upgrading.
Yeah.
It's part of the
I know
deal.
how it goes. Yeah. Some people get a kit, they do it like, I don't really like it, and they quit and they stop. And those are normal people. I call those people quitters, but not us. You just keep money, just.
But guys, it's so worth it. So I don't want to. I want to make sure we talk about this all the time because we all start as home brewers, and it's just fun. The process is fun.
But we all have problems. Is the point I'm trying to make?
What's the problem?
Don't get into it because you'll save yourself so much money.
No, get into it knowing. That's the whole point. Knowing that if you dig it,
It's a hobby that you're going to enjoy and love, but it's going to cost you.
Yeah, but that's okay.
So don't try to use an excuse like, "Oh, honey, I'm saving us money by brewing this at home."
No, you're not.
Yeah,
no, you're not.
Not ever. Well, I mean, guys that go out fishing and buy fishing boats and tackle, that's an expensive hobby too. But,
Well, those boats, so you catch your max of perch.
Yeah.
You spent way more money in.
Oh my God, you buy so much perch with that money.
But it's the experience.
Yeah.
It's the fun of it. So, buy that small kit, see if you like it, see if you get the bug, try it a few times. And if you do, upgrade.
Yes.
Right? And you can do that a lot of different ways. You can buy them online. People are always offloading stuff.
And I'll tell you what, I have a nice 3-tier Blickman burner that I'm selling on Facebook Marketplace for cheap. So check it out.
And that's what happens.
Yeah. Because you got to get rid of your old stuff to get the new stuff.
And I've did all of those things along the way.
Yeah.
Buy, sell, give away, buy new.
Trade. Yeah.
Keep moving up the list.
And then if your dad has a machine shop, I'm sure you're modifying stuff your own self.
No, I really didn't modify a lot of that stuff. But what that machine shop actually taught me was how to fix everything that goes on in a real brewery. Just take care of all that stuff.
Yeah.
So what beer is this?
So this is our Ribbon Rock Radler. This is like our lemon shandy beer. So wheat based. Nice lemony, light lemon flavor to it. Don't want to overpower anyone with something that's way too lemon forward. It's a little warm, but
just under 5. Yeah.
Yeah, I think 4.5 or 4.7. I can't remember. 4.8. Yeah, I can never remember percentages on the stuff that we make. I don't know about you. Like people ask me all the time. I'm like, no clue.
Here, let's look.
We shoot for. The goal is.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
The goal is.
Well, I mean, how many times have people come up to you at the breweries? Hey, this recipe. What'd you use in this? Blah blah blah. And you're like,
that's 1 to 75.
Yeah. I'm like
rotationals. Give me a second.
Yeah. let me go look up my recipes. I'm like, I don't know. And then they look at you like you're crazy. Like, wait, what do you mean you don't know your own
how can you
recipes?
not know? Like,
Yeah.
Well,
Because people with science, and you have recipes that you follow so you don't screw it up.
Yeah.
And you try just to follow the papers, so you do the same thing every single time.
All the time, every time.
Now, granted, you can come up with some pretty general ideas of what you do, but not every single beer. I'm with you on that. That's a lot to do.
for sure.
It's a lot to do.
So, and we talked about, okay, so you're drinking moonshine, you get a beer kit, you like it, you start brewing beer. But what was your first beer in there that you're like, oh man?
So, I didn't drink until I turned 21. So I think one of my first beer. Yeah, weird, huh?
I'm like, what?
I'm being dead serious, Tom. Didn't drink until I turned 21.
Kudos.
Thank you. But my
Me
first.
neither. Me neither.
Drinking age was 18 when you're.
Yeah, they're old enough
Shut
to be.
up,
Yeah, they're old enough to be.
There's
18ers.
a reason we don't give him a mic.
So one of my first beers was actually Sam Adams Boston Lager.
Okay.
But my first beer that really got me into more of a crafty side was Buckeye Beer Engine's Buckeye Hippie Sippy IPA.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was blown away. Just literally blown away. I'm like, oh my God, how is this beer? This bitterness, this awesome bitterness, this floralness coming out of the nose and everything else. I mean, it was just a fantastic beer back then. So I mean, that's what really started me on the slide down.
Yeah.
I think both of those are quality. Do you know Dave has connection to Sam Adams?
You won a contest, right?
Did he? Did you win a contest?
I don't know. Oh,
Is it right?
there?
Is
Oh,
it
there
right
is
there?
a sign
There's my
back
head
there.
block-
Wow.
my big fat
look
head
at
blocking
that.
it.
Yeah, the long shot one.
Which one?
Oh man, look at your face.
Yeah.
So Dave won a homebrew competition.
Yeah.
It's just fun to talk about.
Yeah.
It's been weeks.
It's been, yeah.
It's been weeks.
So many years.
No, but the Boston Lager is a great
I mean, it's a really
variant
beer,
on a
yeah.
domestic. But that Buckeye beer engine, man, you're not wrong. That was a great beer.
Yeah, I thought it was awesome, and like I said, it right on that downward slope of just like, all right, give me IPA, give me IPA, give me IPA, and then I'm burnt out on IPAs.
Yeah.
Is there
Now
such
into
a thing?
back into the traditional European styles.
Yeah, more cleaner, crisper beers, some stouts, things like that.
Yeah.
So let's, before we move on, I kind of was going to hang on this for a second. You know, you think back to the earlier days of Cleveland beer, right? I mean, we have a pretty big mecca of beer, right? There's 47 breweries in the greater Cleveland area. I think it's
believe
like
it.
47.
Yeah, I think 2 new just apply for licensing.
Yep. Even when we opened up in the 2015, 2016, there were 10, right?
Well, in the whole state of Ohio, at that time, there was only 250 total.
Yeah.
Now we're at 450 or 460, somewhere in there.
Yep. Huge. And a lot of the ones that were around before are not really around. I mean, you think about Black Box,
Indigo Imp.
Indigo Imp. You had
Buckeye.
Buckeye. You had downtown was
Crooked River.
Yeah.
Crooked River, and then what's that chain brewery that was there at the powerhouse?
Oh,
Rock Bottom.
Rock Bottom.
There was Harvard before that down the flats.
It was. Yep. You know, so you have all these breweries that were around that had some of those early beers.
Yeah.
You know, I have a collection of all of the Crooked River glasses.
oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, all their beers were on them. So they had, you know, all the names of their beers, their Dog Pound Brown and
Yeah.
so on and so forth, and their logos are on them. It's kind of fun to think back and that those were the breweries that really started the punch. We heard from Rick last week. You know,
Yes.
the lineage coming out of Rocky River is just that, right? I mean, Matt Coles, for instance, obviously got his start there.
For sure.
So did Rick, you know, and others too as well. But just that Rocky River, you put those in that early list. Cornerstone,
Yeah. I mean,
Berea, 25 years old now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. Some people are still doing that work. I mean, Matt is just continuing to progress what he'd started in Rocky River. We had really good beers at Working Class.
We did. We sure did.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Took care of us.
For sure.
Talked you up a little bit. Talked about.
I love Rick. He's like I said, he's my mentor in this industry. If I have any questions, I'll ask him or I'll ask Jim Live, who used to be at Rocky River too. Give him a holler now that he's retired in North Carolina.
Retired. I know. He was a good man. He was good to us.
Mm-hmm.
Really good to us. Knowledgeable about the processing and early beer times and what people used to do. Right?
Had some great stories with him.
Jim, if you're out there, I know you're not watching because you're retired from beer, but
Yeah.
he's an Avon guy
Yeah.
and just good people. I'm excited to see what they're doing now at Rocky River. We need to make a trip out there as well. But
That'd be fun.
that'd be fun.
Definitely.
See where the world started there on the west side.
Yeah. So one of my favorite questions we just started asking people is, what's your favorite situation or
Setting maybe.
to enjoy a craft beer? And you can have more than one, you know.
So,
I mean,
I think it's just having like good people around. I think that's the best.
yeah.
That's the best. I mean, it just comes down to who's around you. Are you having a good time talking with everyone? Is everyone getting involved? I don't think that necessarily means like, oh, I have to be on the porch, 72 degrees or something like that.
Yeah.
It's just who you surround yourself with, and that'll create just a really good time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, that's my take on that. I mean, I've drank on porch patios. We're drinking down here, having a great time.
Sitting in front of
I
some
was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
We're sitting with Tom,
bright lights.
bright lights, big city,
So
having a good time.
Yeah,
Sharing some beers.
last year at Great American Beer Fest, we had a small little group of guys. Ended up at Cheba Hut at I think 12 a.m. or 1 a.m. And it was a great time. We were drinking. I want to say it was Outlaw and Jack Daniels, but it was a blast. It's who you surround yourself with.
Yeah. 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 I can get down with that. I'm down with that.
Yeah,
I
I don't.
agree.
I don't need no fancy boat.
Yeah. I do like to be on a boat sipping on a beverage, as long as I'm not the captain. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
And I just did that on Saturday.
You won that game.
I did. I won that.
I think that's a great question for everybody, right? Like, why do we do this business? Why do we talk about beer and brewing and all the BS? Because it does create relationship, right?
Yes.
I mean, we have a lot of fun in doing so, and we busted people's balls last week for sausage fests, and it's just fun, right? I mean, it's just it's good to sit down and talk over a beer. It's just a
How about
It's a
this
social
for a
thing.
situation? Drinking some beer, sharing some sausage with another man, couple men.
couple man.
That's what we did.
That's what we did.
Schnitz. I mean,
Yeah, some
Just saying.
pretzels, some carbohydrates to
carbohydrates. And
get us all ready to go. We did. It was
All right.
nice.
Yeah, it was a good time.
that'll be the last sausage joke I make.
It's not going to be the last one I make.
It will not be. It will
So,
not be.
Jerome, we've known each other
Since at least
pretty
2015.
since
basically,
2015, right? And our history connected really here in Avon, as we opened up in we tried to open up late 15, ended up being 16
Yeah. I think
when we
the same
opened.
for when
Yeah.
Railroad did too.
Mhm. And you guys were getting ready to open up.
I think you opened before us a couple months. I think
We
right?
did, because just a few months. We opened. I think our official opening was Was it August?
It was August 16th. Something?
Yeah, of 2016 officially, and you guys were just a few months after that.
Yeah, I think so.
No, you were in April.
Well, shit,
You were 2017, right?
May.
Yeah, you were 2017.
Yeah, yeah.
You tried to be open then, it just took forever.
Oh.
This city is dear to my heart.
All cities are pains in the butts.
They are.
Some more than others.
Yeah.
Some more than us. What was it?
August 25th.
August 25th. First football game. We had a couple softies before that, but we had to be open for that football game because people were coming in and out. Knew we needed to be open for that.
Did you say sausages or softies?
I heard sausage.
I heard
Softies.
sausages.
Same thing. Softies, sausages. Depends how it's
No.
smoked and
No.
cooked and rolled and cut. No?
Long and hot.
Long and hot. That's it. So,
Ooh,
what was that decision, right? Because before that, your first gig was at Railroad as a full-time brewer.
Yeah.
What was life like before that for you? What prompted the decision to drop everything and jump on board in the world of beer?
So I had closed our family business, which was the machine shop. I started working for my friend, Tom Wagner. And he had a passion for craft beer. Obviously, I had a passion for craft beer. And we were I was working for his trucking company at that time. And, good friends. We're just sitting down, BSing, drinking, all this kind of good stuff. And then we're just like, yeah, let's do it. Let's jump into this.
Nice.
Me on the brewing side, him on the financial side kind of stuff. So it was, all right, let's look for an investor. Let's see if we can find someone that'll back this project. Mm-hmm. We did. And I mean, you know how it is. It's scary as all get out to jump into this world that you really don't know. And you don't know whether you're going to succeed or is your product going to be good.
Yep.
Or any of that kind of stuff. So, and I've got no qualms about saying like one of our first beers out of the gate was not good, but we learned and we adapted and we started making better product basically the next week and the week after and just kept on doing that.
So I remember seeing pictures, could have been as early as 2015, of you guys doing like golf outings and stuff like that under the Railroad kind of name.
Yeah.
So Avon wasn't really your first
So
all-in location.
Avon was the professional location.
Sure.
The golf outings we were doing off a loading dock.
Yeah.
We had a big 60-gallon kettle that we would brew into, get that into a plastic fermenter, which isn't good for the most part, but
It's hard to do it. I have one of theirs.
It's all we had. It's
what
what we
they
had
did.
at the time. So, all right, let's get it in there. Let's try to get a double batch. Let's try to fill up these corny kegs. Let's try to get our product out to people at these like golf outings. One of the places that we went to was actually the Big House in Ann Arbor with our Ohio scripted tents with our beer up there. So like we were not even a quarter mile away from the stadium. There was a big fundraiser up there. They're like, yeah, come on in. You guys will be the beer. I mean, we moved 17 corny kegs.
What?
So it was great. So at that point, we're like, all right, we know we're gonna be okay.
Yep.
You know, that's one of the biggest issues.
Yeah. Wow, that's good. So you used to work for Tom,
I did.
or with Tom at his logistics company,
Yep.
and then looked around for some options to find a place, and ended up landing on the Westland Heating and Cooling location.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was actually pointed out to us by Franklin Brewing Company, Aaron and those guys. When they were looking around, they're like, hey, we found this location, and we're like, all right, cool, that's awesome. So when we decided to actually jump in, we're like, all right, let's go take a look at that location again. And we're like, yeah, this kind of fits what we want to do, which was kind of bring a little bit of Colorado back to Ohio at that time. So a lot of the breweries at that time in Colorado were just open 2 doors, come on in, here's your beer equipment on the side, here's our cooler, and we're pouring you beer. Let's go.
Yep, and that still works in other parts of the world.
Oh, yeah.
It just does.
Yeah.
It just is different here in Northeast Ohio.
There's so many.
Well, it's just different, right? I mean,
Yeah.
the idea of a Colorado West Coast tap room sounds brilliant because it works everywhere else. Not that it didn't work for you guys. Obviously, you did really well.
It's so we're in the suburbs though. Like out in Colorado, like the suburbs are different.
Sure.
Compared to where we're here. Like when you're in Avon here, like you're in the suburbs and you got to feed mom and dad. So it's if
And
mom and
their
dad are
3
coming out
kids.
with the kids, hey, what's going to occupy them?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and if you're just doors open, beer here, and then some games, I mean, it's tough to keep them coming back. Yeah, I mean, you might get dad 2-3 times a week, but I mean, mom's the decision maker of, hey, this is what we're doing on the weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, and one of the cool things about that space when you first opened was that glorious garage doors, tap room, West Coast feel, kind of brewery. See, people could see the tanks and all of that. And I know that you tried to go local right away, right, with your tanks.
So we started shopping around equipment. Everyone shops equipment basically like 2 years before they start opening. And we ended up going with Systec.
Mm-hmm.
They were a local company out of Canton, which got indicted by the FBI. So yeah, that was awesome. We were like, I think the last people to actually get equipment out of them.
Sure.
Because I think Woolly Pig did not.
Really?
Yeah.
Oof. Good.
Yeah.
And also
I mean, it
tough.
worked. Yeah, I mean, the
Scary.
equipment worked. Best way to put it. It worked.
yeah, because they went out of business,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, they were supposedly embezzling their own money.
Nice. I'm in the wrong business.
Yeah, why do you have to embezzle your own money? I mean, it's your money. Come on.
Yeah, they were going on some lavish vacations.
Dang. I'm in for that. I'm going to change my...
Business thief.
Yep. I'm going to start making sausages and going on some massive vacations with...
Your sausage will make you the money.
Yep, just a banana hammock. Nothing wrong with that. So what was that like for you, though, right? So you're brewing a bunch. You sold 17 corny kegs at an event up in Michigan. You move into this beautiful space in Avon with all of our wonderful soccer moms and dads and kiddos running around, and you have popcorn there, and you're brewing, right? What was that transition like for you from home brewer, machine shop, logistics worker to now full-time brewer? You know, was it personal adjustments, life adjustments?
I mean,
Talk about those things.
I mean, there's always life adjustments when you're switching careers from one thing to another. I mean, you're always, all right, is this going to work out? Am I going to fit in? Am I going to know what I'm doing? Mm-hmm. Obviously, no clue what I was doing. I mean, I think all of us who jump from home brewer to professional brewer are like, holy shnikes, what are we doing here? Mm-hmm. But I mean, I just relied on my manufacturing processes of working in a manufacturing plant for 20 years. All right, let's get back to basics. You know, this is a manufacturing process. Mm-hmm. I can handle manufacturing processes. So let's do that. And then we'll start tweaking and figuring things out after that.
Nice. Good.
Yeah, I mean, How about the personal life? Is it?
What
Would you
personal life?
would you say brewing is more physical than working in a machine shop, or maybe the other way around? Is it?
The hardest part about brewing is grain. That's the hardest part.
Yeah.
Maybe lifting kegs. I mean, otherwise machine shop. I mean, you're welding, you're drilling, you're lifting metal all day long, doing.
Okay.
I mean, back breaking work in a machine shop or a manufacturing plant.
Okay. I guess maybe a little more attention to detail in the brewing process with temperatures and pressures and what's going where. And
See, but I think that comes down to the manufacturing process
Yeah.
too, where where you're doing something for the Army. You know, you have a 2,000th plus or minus, so you got to get
Yeah.
within 2,000 plus or minus of this part, otherwise they reject it.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah.
you're paying attention to detail in the manufacturing process as well.
Yeah.
So that you make sure every part comes out, so you're not having to hire someone that quality control in a small manufacturing plant.
Hey, you made 200 of these that are out of spec, so
Yeah.
yeah,
And as a manufacturer, you're like, well, now I can't do anything with those.
yeah,
You know, beer, you're kind of like, all right, it's not quite there. Do we call it something else and sell it as something else?
yeah,
You know, I mean, there's a lot of people that do that.
yeah.
There are.
Yep.
Yeah, we were talking to the hoppy dudes, and I mean, they went on the podcast and said they were brewing 2 beers that day, and one had I don't know, a California ale yeast, the other one had a wheat beer, and they pitched in the wrong beer, so it's like this banana tasting pale ale, you know, like what do we do? I think they made it into something. They added some apple flavor and called it something. I don't remember.
Called it a something.
But I
and
mean,
sold it.
Yeah, you gotta pivot when those things happen.
That's the joys of having on their system a 1-barrel system.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, doing that today at Schnitz is going to
So we
kick
have
your ass.
so at the brewery we have a 7-barrel. At production we have a 20-barrel.
yeah,
Yep.
So it's one of those like you pay attention to detail,
yeah.
so that
yeah.
you don't have to pour something down the drain.
Or spray yourself with hot caustic or something. That's bad.
It's part of the manufacturing process. I don't know. I mean, like I don't wear gloves when we wash or clean things. So yeah.
Ugh.
So I guess I just got. I don't want to say immune to it during the whole manufacturing days.
So the next beer on our list,
Is this the Busendorf?
This is the Busendorf.
Okay. All right.
Cheers.
Show's going downhill from here.
It was going uphill.
Mm-mm.
See what I
Probably
mean?
not.
See what I mean by color. I like color.
Yeah,
here.
color is good.
so this is different than what we had in the show.
So we're back to Busendorf.
Guys, this is important to everybody to know, right? So I want to come back to talking about the transition then to Schnitz. We talked about it a little bit in the show, but I want to hear some more about that. But let's talk about this beer, because I want you all to know that brewing hazy beer is the hardest thing in the whole world. It is not just load it up with stuff and hope it sticks around. This is a scientific phenomenon
Yeah.
where you're taking live organic matter and trying to biotransform it and to keep the proteins in suspension and really just keep it hazy, right? It's a process. Of course, we use yeast to help us do that. We do we use grain to do that.
There's enzymes. There's all that
to
kind
do
of good
that.
stuff.
And it happens. It happens to every single person, right? You have a beer that you want to be hazy, and then it cold crashes.
You're like, this is the clearest beer I've ever made.
It tastes like
Damn
it! What is going on?
Yeah.
So again, transitioning from the 7 in the brewery,
Oh, to the 20. I mean that's a big transition as well.
huge transition,
I mean you just want to say, oh, it's only 3 times bigger, you know?
but it's not. It doesn't work that way.
No, it's not.
So you have to. It's a little bit of luck involved, and then hopefully a lot of skill. Like I said, sitting down with Scott, sitting down with myself, just kind of going over recipes, going, all right, this is where we think we should move things. This is where we think we should take out some of the recipe, maybe add some back to this recipe. We've had a Busendorf has been our problem child, our redheaded stepchild at production. Just because of yeast issues.
It's a big beer too.
Yeah.
I mean,
So it's been tough for us. So we finally got it back to where we think it's good.
Well, it's a great mix of science and magic. You know, it's science, but you're just hoping to wave that wand at the very end. Yeah. And it is hard. I mean, looking at 10.5% ABV hazy, the haze is harder to keep at a higher ABV level.
Well, it's just getting it up. Make sure you have enough yeast. Make sure you have enough everything in there, just to make sure that yeast does everything properly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's been our biggest issue with this beer right now. It's just trying to get to that alcohol level.
Mm-hmm.
And the one we waited almost a month and a half on one beer, just because it was just slow rolling, going nice and slow up to that level. So,
just chugging away.
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah, and the yeast, you know,
taking up a tank. We need this tank. Come on.
The yeast only do what they're going to do, right?
Yeah.
And so, you know, give them an environment to work. You know, we've had beers that are slow. You have a typical attenuation kind of a range where you're looking at, okay, this is my starting gravity. This is the amount of fermentable sugars that I have presented to the yeast in the wort that's in my tank. And I want them to eat, you know, the plan is that they're healthy and running and everything's great, enough nutrients in there, and that they're going to finish at a certain level, right, given their attenuation range. And so, you know, you're hoping to shoot for that, because if you get at 10.5% of the money, it's where you want your body to be at. It's where you want your proteins to be at. It's where your haze is going to be stable, right?
And flavor-wise too. It'll clean up a lot of the yeast, clean up a lot of the dirty parts of beer. Best way to put it.
Mm-hmm. And so when that doesn't happen, either just a degree of temperature, proteins decide to fall out, the yeast get lazy and they do too slow, or they're too fast, and everything just falls out of suspension. Those things do happen, right?
Oh yeah,
it just happens. Doesn't mean the flavor's not there.
Yeah, and you know, when you're on that higher alcohol level, but you still want that, you know, the yeast character to come through in the nose. And I do get a little bit of the alcohol, but
it's warming up, so you're gonna get that little bit of burn.
But I mean, you still get the hops, and that is a juggling act for sure. You know, make sure you get that where you want it.
Yeah. So now that we're at the production facility talking about this beer, what does that look like for you, Jerome, when you were transitioned from Avon to Parma, and then from Parma then to the Fuller?
Yeah, I think that's
facility.
interesting.
I think it's an important conversation to have.
So from Avon to Parma wasn't that bad.
Yep.
That was basically kind of doing the same things. But now transitioning from Parma to the production center, that it's just taking on a whole new set of responsibilities. Yep. It's logistics. It's making sure cans are in, make sure ends are in, making sure everything is ready. Make sure we're not running out of product. Make sure we're not, like, if a brew is scheduled, do we have everything? You know, it's, oh shoot, we don't have this bag of oats. Hey, start getting on the phone, see if any of our friends have something.
Call Matthias.
Yeah, or call LD, you know, and hey, I'll be there in an hour and a half. Get this bag of oats ready for me.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, it's just taking on a more of a leadership role over there.
Nice.
Make sure everything is in its place, getting done, and getting out the door properly.
Do you have any supervising responsibility to the sausage smoking? Is that
No, we leave that all. We leave that all to Stevie and Igor.
Okay.
That's all part of his fun time.
Oh, that's just
that's not work.
That's downtime.
That's downtime. Sausage smoking.
I'll taste a sausage or two here.
Yeah, I mean, quality control is important.
So speaking of sausage,
yeah,
and a lot of it, we talked a little bit about the vision of the brewery, right? Last week, or 2 weeks ago, sorry, as we were there and looking at the old world setup of the food, and then kind of connecting to, the Schnitz Ale, the restaurant, to the brewery, then the production facility. What is your connection then to your local community, right? Because you're in Parma.
So one of the things
you're in the dirty South.
Yeah. So one of the things that we try to do is when people think of, when people So when people think of Parma,
Dirty South, bro. It is the. I love y'all. It's the Dirty South.
but when people think of
I'm
Parma,
not from around here, but that's what it's called.
they don't think we're. They think lower middle class more than anything. You know.
Really?
I mean, that's how I feel. Like, I think when people think of Parma, they think lower middle class. All right, let me go to the dive bar. Let me drink way too much. Let me cut the flamingo out of the Parma sign, you know? And
That's what I like to do, though.
And be proud of it, which you shouldn't be.
No.
But, I mean, what we try to do with Schnitz Ale and with Schnitz Ale Brewery is be like, all right, this is a place you can come that you don't have to go downtown, spend a lot of money to feel like you're in a good, fancy place.
Nice.
And I think we've done that. You come to the brew pub. It's a beautiful location. Food is great. Beer is good. Service is good. Like I feel like we've nailed everything in that location. That it should be on a regular rotation of places to go. You don't have to leave the city of Parma now to find somewhere nice to go.
That's good.
Or you can come in from Strongsville, from North Royalton, from Cleveland.
Yep.
I remember the time that we came there, we wanted to get our check-in on the beer passport.
Yeah, I think the first time that we ran in together.
Yeah, and you were there. I'm like, holy shit. And then Jessica Imes was there,
Yeah.
and our buddies that live in Parma were there. I'm like, the place was busting, and it was a great time. Yeah.
Nice. That's cool. And so when you're looking at Parma in general, right? I was kind of thinking more like not geocentric, but people who live there, right? And your connection to them. So obviously you're rolling deep with the
Well, it's the ethnic
historical,
heritage.
ethnic heritage.
I mean, like I said, Igor's family, Serbian, Croatian. My family's Polish, so let's try to bring some of that to that brewery. Let's play that up. Let's make sure that we're proud of that. Mm-hmm. We shouldn't have to hide where we're from. I mean, we're in this big melting pot together.
Sure.
Yeah, that's right.
So
Hence the flamingos right there. I didn't want to say it earlier, but it's right there.
Yeah.
one of our new hats actually has the flamingo on it.
Damn
Oh,
Parma.
yeah, the hats. We got to talk about the hats.
Parma, let's
Those
go.
just dropped.
This is a new one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Those look super
So-
cool. Yeah.
The little Nike one.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
I did hear we're getting new hats. And then this is so
Redesign that
Buzendorf-
logo.
I like it. So Buzendorf means what?
we are riffing off of Dusseldorf.
Yes.
So it's like, all right, you're in Booze Town.
Nice.
Does anybody out there know what that means? Who is that?
We have 2 viewers, so I don't know. We'll see.
2 viewers?
Oh, there's Keith.
He says,
Go to bed,
idiots.
Keith.
Idiots.
So
Cheers.
you said Buzendorf comes off of what?
Off of the city of Dusseldorf.
Dusseldorf.
So, yeah, that's just a little play on words there. Nothing too crazy.
I like it.
As do I.
Wasn't it Phineas and Ferb reference there?
I've never watched Phineas and Ferb.
What?
I don't have kids.
How old are you?
I'm 47. Well, I'll be 47.
You're older than me?
Yeah.
No
You guys
shit.
are young dudes. Young dudes.
Wow.
I've never watched Phineas and Herb or whatever it is.
Ferb.
Ferb.
Nor have you?
Feels attacked.
I do feel attacked. It's you Polish people.
I was a SpongeBob person.
Oh, yeah, SpongeBob, man.
I can't believe you're 47. You're 47 years old?
Yeah.
Lives in a pineapple under the sea, bruh.
With sausage now at this point.
Ah,
His friend Patrick, the starfish.
chocolate starfish.
Oh. Badum chain.
Ah,
So, as we kind of roll with that ethnic background and connection to the restaurant, right, which I think is super smart.
Yeah, so Schnitz Ale is all Eastern European foods. I mean, I think they have a little bit of American food, just a
Splattering.
yeah, but beers all European besides ours.
Yep.
Yeah, just really staying to that tradition.
Yep.
And then
So-
obviously we're at the brewery. We're American pub fare.
Yep.
With a little bit of the Eastern European food.
Okay.
On us, like we do Schnitzel, we have the Schnitzel. Obviously, we have the smoked meats, the smoked sausage. So
That's,
yeah, so
that's awesome.
kind of the same, but a little bit different as you go to different locations.
yeah, definitely.
Just, I mean, you don't want to be a cookie cutter.
No, definitely not.
So
What
what
we
is
got here? We got the Dunkel.
So we got our Coach Dunkel, our dark ale here.
Cheers.
Been moving real well for us. Top seller for us out in Medina County, actually, surprisingly.
Ooh.
I don't know why I said surprisingly, but just
People in Medina love
They
these
love the
type of
lagers. Yeah.
so.
Light lagers, dark lagers, red lagers, you name it. All the lagers. That's really good.
Yeah, it came out real nice. It's been a big hit for us, so yeah, we'll just keep on pumping that out.
So
Yeah.
what is unique about your beer? And then why is that, or even how is that relevant to what you're doing today, just in your own market, but also as you look at outside markets and distribution?
Well, I think there's a uniqueness in obviously everyone's beer.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone makes their own recipes a little differently than everyone else. I think when we look at our beers, we sit down and say, hey, are we keeping to tradition? Are we keeping to our heritage? Are we keeping to what we think this city will like? I think that's what makes us unique, especially because, like I said, almost all of our recipes started out of Parma.
Okay.
So that's where our focus is, to keep those recipes there, make sure that, hey, everything that we come up with, all right, like I said, is it staying true to our heritage? Is it staying true to Parma? Is this all that good stuff?
Perfect.
Yeah, I think we brought this up on when we were at the production facility. But if you look at the labels, like the branding with the checkers is very European, German. The logo, but then you also have,
Well, like I said, the Radler.
like the Radler is that's new and fun, but it still has the logo and
Yeah.
the checkerboard and the Busendorf also. So I mean, you're kind of trying to put a product out there that's new, but also stay
Classic.
like a classic style.
And talking about our logo, I mean, we've gone through a couple of iterations already, trying to figure out what we want to do with it.
Is that the name of the deer?
If we should call one that. But I think we finally figured out a way for us to have it kind of both ways a little bit. Like our seasonals, we can have fun with those cans, and then our traditional core, it's traditional. Like,
Yeah. So why screw with it? Yeah.
I mean, we all can't be hoof-hearted and make weird cans all over the place.
Or Crooked Pecker out there with
they're fun
their Crooked
too.
Pecker and
Yeah.
all that.
And they're crooked sausage.
Yeah.
So
Crooked sausage.
sausage.
Yeah.
That is a fun story, by the way. Headed down to Hoof Hearted back when they were still in the house, not the barn, and they brewed their asses off in plastic fermenters, and they canned for the freaking Brown Stadium.
Oh yeah.
They did, and it was Musk the Minotaur, and it blew them up.
Nice.
Blew them up. Just one batch like that.
Yeah, we're going to be in the Brown Stadium this fall with our Yugo 45 European lager.
Oh, that's
Nice.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a cool logo too. That's a cool
Oh, yeah.
label on that beer. I like that.
Yeah, hopefully the car's going to be around up for that.
Oh, that's fun. That is
Yeah,
neat.
sweet.
One little, light up.
All right, let's get into the boil, bro.
It's time for the
So this is the part of the show where I tell you about the homebrew happenings.
Yeah.
A little bit. So not really much going on in the homebrew side of things, except
You brewed
know,
a beer.
well,
We drank it tonight.
well, we got that, but so
It was good.
warm weather came around, turned on the air conditioning.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, the condenser outside isn't working. Let me call up the HVAC company. Hey, you guys just installed this last year. What's going on? Come on out. He comes out, checks it out, meters the thing. There's no power outside. I'm like, what? No way.
No way. What'd you do?
I'm like, oh, I know what happened. When we installed the brewery panel, I thought we were taking power away from the dryer power, which we never use because we have a gas dryer. No, we took it from the AC condenser outside. So
You did not.
It does not. Yeah. So I feel like a
Luckily,
douche nozzle because I called the AC guy out when it's an electrical problem.
oh no,
So we gotta switch that, and now it works.
that's great.
So I mean,
That's small.
Well, yeah, it's a little thing, but yeah, I don't know.
Is there a lesson to be learned out there in the land?
Don't trust your electric panel and how it's labeled because it's not always true. Yeah.
Or your dad who did it for you?
Well, he knew what he was doing, but the thing was labeled wrong. So I don't know.
When you get into home brewing, you're going to end up getting into your panel to add power.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
When you're fancy home brewing.
Maybe don't drink beer when you're got the electrical panel open and you're screwing around because number one, you can kill yourself. That's a bad thing. Number two, you can disconnect your AC unit instead of something else for the breaker.
Only by, hypothetical.
Yeah, I'm just saying it could happen, but
Could
it happened
happen
to
to
me.
anybody.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk to Avon because you didn't do this by
No.
this
No,
hypothetical
Proper permits were pulled.
situation.
Yeah.
No, hypothetical. This happens to somebody.
If this happens,
And your AC doesn't work, and you put a new brewery in your house, and you didn't tell anybody about it. You should probably just check your connections first before you call anybody, because
maybe call a licensed electrician. Licensed, bonded, insured, all that stuff. It's important.
it is important.
So
Holy cow! So how is it going in the garage?
it's going. I mean, I haven't brewed anything, but I got to thinking. I got to name this brewery.
You did brew something. I was here for this day.
Well, I haven't brewed anything. Yeah, you did stop by.
Let's not throw me under the bus. I came for this brew day
Yes.
on purpose.
Yes.
Did I do anything? No.
I was like, hey, it's time to clean pots. Matthias is like, I'm out.
Bye.
Peace.
Did I help brew anything? No. Did I watch the control panel while you were boiling? Yes.
Yes. That's cool.
Did I talk to your dad?
Yes.
Yes.
Typical collab day for him.
It's a collab day.
It is.
Yeah. He wants a co-brewer
Oh,
credit on the line item.
you suck.
I do.
But
Sausage.
it's true.
So I got to name this brewery. I got to name the garage brewery, right? Because I got to put it on Untapped, right?
That's right.
I had Pin Oak Brewery
Foursquare.
when we were brewing at the storage
Yeah.
condo. So I'm looking at Remedy, or is it over there? Or Radon. Club
Oh,
Radon.
Club
here.
Radon, right
Club
here.
Radon. So I'm thinking Radon this, Radon that. But my wife and I are both pharmacists, so I'm like, our boat was named Remedy. So I'm thinking Remedy Brew Works might be a name to consider.
That sounds
You
really
know.
familiar for some odd reason.
Club Remedy.
Well, maybe I should Google it. Maybe it already exists.
Uh-oh. I have to untap it.
Yeah,
Tom?
untap that. But, our beers are good for what ails you.
Ooh.
Oh, right. I'm sure that's taken. Google that.
Medicinal wheat. It's good for what ails you.
It is. It sure is.
That's what I say.
It's good for what ails me.
It is. It's good beer.
Absolutely.
Remedy?
That's an ABC beer, by the way.
It is. Remedy. Not Temedy.
Not Temedy. Come on, man. Don't autocorrect me.
Sioux Falls, San Diego, Remedy Brewing Company.
Screw it, go for it.
Yeah, go for it. It's a home brewery. Come
England?
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, you're totally fine.
You're totally fine.
Totally fine. Put it on Untapped. We'll check them in the night.
Yeah.
Remedy Brewing. Or Brewer.
Brew Works.
Brew
which-
Works.
Which is different than
Remedy Brew Works at Radon Ale House.
Yeah.
I have the ale house name in my head today, so I don't know what the
Yeah.
situation is.
Yeah.
I
So-
like Ale House. I think it works well. It's just a matter of like, is it a house?
I don't know. I swear to you that somehow in my head, we had a conversation about an ale house. And I'm not saying it was
Oh, it could have been. Yeah, who
a
knows?
snitch, but,
Yeah.
an ale house somewhere. It'd be fun.
Yeah, maybe you were brought up last week calling the brewery Ale House or something like that.
He may have. He's a
Possibly.
fun man.
So, man, what's going on at all the Lorraine Brewing Company,
Ooh,
the NBCs, NBC, ZZs?
NBC squared.
Yeah, what's going on?
So Lorraine, we had a big meeting today. I finally got the Facebook page transitioned over to myself.
I see some posts going. Yeah.
So instead of trying to merge and start our own, we just kind of took over the old Shipyards page because there's 10,000 people already on the page. Can't beat that.
Makes
and they're
sense.
very active because it's it's a wedding venue. We don't want to lose those people either because
Yeah.
we're still having the same weddings. We have 3 this weekend with a flip. So there's a lot happening down in Lorraine still today. We're just not open yet, which is mind-boggling. But
it'll happen, man. It'll happen.
Is that state or federal?
it is construction. So it is strictly for us. We gutted the kitchen because we couldn't. The kitchen was not big enough to even handle the restaurant that was there. I think if you were there before, you would know that it was good for a minute, then it wasn't good because of timing and the size of the kitchen. It was really small, and the kitchen never even was able to do anything with the events. They catered it out because it couldn't handle any of those things. So we go to the kitchen. That's where the brew house is going to go. And then we started building a 1,200 square foot kitchen outside, came to the building, and it's been a project and a process. And the walls were up. There was an extra wall that was there this morning. And so we had a meeting with the architects and just wanted to lay it out one more time and work through the process of.
There was an extra wall.
There was an extra wall. So what do we need to do to get from point A to point B? I don't want to talk about C anymore. I literally don't want anything between. I just want to be able to get open. So at this point, the brew house is not going to be up and running before we get in. There's no possible way.
Yeah.
I mean, we have to get open. So as soon as that kitchen's ready, I'm going to keep doing updates on the Facebook page.
Yeah.
As soon as that kitchen's ready to open up, we're just going to move down there and transition out. So that's the plan.
What's the address for the Facebook page?
What was that?
What's the address for the Facebook page? Lorraine?
It's Lorraine Brewing Company.
Lorraine Brewing Company, bro.
Come on, man. You know how to use the internet.
Dang.
Right?
Tom? Killing me back there. Medina's great. They just had a really good weekend. We had Friday we had Twin B there. Saturday we had our citywide pub crawl that we hosted, and we did a luau theme, and Big Dog Daddy smoked a whole pig. It was just a fun day in general.
Nice.
So lots of fun people coming through, in and out, live music every Friday, Saturday in Medina. Madison, going really well. Open Wednesday through Sunday, Wednesday through Friday, 3 o'clock, Saturday, Sunday, 11 a.m. Got some beers changing over this week. Probably have 5 or 6 new beers on tap this week if we get things kicked. So get there, kick those kegs, get us new beers on in the roll. ZZ's. Summertime is ZZ's, baby. So get outside, use that green grass area, hang out, have fun, drink some beers, do some shots, play some cornhole, bucket ball, big pong.
Bucket ball? What's bucket ball?
It's pong with big balls.
Okay.
And sausages.
There's no sausages.
Can't have big balls without sausage.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
True that. What's going on with you and Schnitz Ale this time?
So this week we are the official craft beer Strongsville's Rib Burn Off.
Oh, love it.
So we'll be setting up there starting tomorrow. It's Thursday through Saturday. Like so much other stuff going on. We got Cleveland Beer Week, golf outing. We have a Thanksgiving Hero golf outing. We're just every weekend we're doing something.
Yeah, that's great.
So just look for us. We're out there.
Yeah, there was that. I saw the Facebook post, the golf outing in Parma, I believe.
Yeah, Ridgewood. So it's
Ridgewood.
Still looking for sponsors. So if you guys want to sponsor a hole or anything like that, reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to get you set up or get a team in.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm not a golfer, but
not a golfer.
I golf twice a year, and this is one of the times.
Okay.
I take a bottle of bourbon with me on the cars.
Holla.
Yeah, that sounds good. I saw that Neo Craft Brewery News had a post about all the anniversaries coming up. We got Acronym, Saucy, Hoppin' Frog, a couple other ones in the area. I think that's pretty cool. A lot of people celebrating 7 years, 6 years, 2 years. It's cool. Well, check out their post.
There was a big rush, like I said, when Avon opened, when Railroad opened, there was a big rush, a big push to get out at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like summer. It was like summertime.
People like 6, 7 years. Yeah, we're on 9, bro.
Yeah. So check out Neo Craft Brewery News.
Yeah, they're also on Patreon now. So if you want to support them and continue to get really cool, they're not going to put any paywalls up, but if you want to support them in any way to keep getting beer news, it's a good idea to do that.
Yeah, definitely.
I have something that's really cool.
Yeah.
So today you probably already saw, but I was invited as Lorraine Brewing Company to a press release today that I didn't know was going to happen necessarily. We didn't make it down in time, but I did talk to him afterwards. I came to the brewery before I came here. That's why I was just about 2 minutes early. 6:58.
About 90 seconds early, I want to say.
It was still 6:58, boy.
Okay. Okay.
So the Brewfest Waterfront District, right here. The Lorraine Black River Landings Brewfest, which I've always said
It's
is
awesome.
the
I
best
love it.
one of the year. It's wonderful. It's packed. It's always nice weather. If it's not nice weather, people still don't care. Bands.
I think we had a
Food
tornado
trucks.
last year. Nobody cared. Nobody
No one
left.
cared. Nobody cared. It was wonderful. This Brewfest Waterfront District no longer exists.
Oh,
So the Brewfest was canceled.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
Boom. Until today.
Yeah?
At 4 o'clock today, there was an announcement
Tell me.
at Bascule Brewing Company.
Is that what that was?
That's what that was. That the people who are running all the other shows in the area, including the one at Progressive,
yeah.
they're going to be doing the one in the summer. So they're partnering with people
Really?
who used to do Brewfest. A few people are still around. And they're new, very Lorain County and Lorain centric, and really kind of promote and bring back in August the Lorain Brewfest.
Is it
So,
still going to be there? The same location?
Yeah, at the Black River Landing.
All right. I thought it
So-
was too late to secure the location for
I don't
the
know
summer.
tons of deets on that right now,
Okay.
but there is an announcement. It was on Bascule's page, and of course, I'm sure there's more. But the Lorain Brewfest will happen in August, now with big backers.
Okay.
So-
That's exciting.
It is exciting.
Is it going to be the same date?
I don't know.
Okay. All right.
I hope so because we signed up for it that
Oh.
date.
So yes,
It was August 10th?
let's
All
look
right.
it up
Anyway.
right
Anyway.
now. That's a big deal, though. By the way, it's for everybody.
Yeah, it is. Because everybody's checking their phone.
I'm checking the phone to make sure that
It's time for
you cut me off.
Oh, wait.
I'm
It's
looking
not-
to find out when
we're
the
still in.
event is.
Yeah,
Um,
we can post the link later.
Yeah, we can. But now we're on.
Yeah, I had it scheduled for August 10th.
Oh no. Let's look at Bascule.
Yeah, I mean, the last time I talked to Howard, he was like, "Yeah, I don't know," but this is
So
brand
what are
new.
they
This
going
is
to do?
all brand
So,
new.
all right. So what are they going to do with the people that are already pre-registered? I know you know nothing about that, but I'm going to throw that out into the.
To the
So,
universe,
yeah.
see if we can get an answer.
They seem super excited about it.
Yeah,
When they were at the brewery today, I'm like, I am going to be late for my podcast, so I cannot talk to you.
you gotta go.
But
Yeah.
so you know, I'm not fibbing. Look at this. Dig down into the pants. Boom.
Look at that. That's super cool.
Craig Johnson, the
Yeah.
Festival's Unlimited
Sweet.
Beer Fest. Said
Nice.
they're bringing it to town. All right, that's all I got. I'm over it.
All right, so we got to get into some music events here, and dude, you're gonna be excited because this is all country. Right up top, we got Walker Hayes,
Heard of him?
Yep.
June 20th. What is that? Thursday?
Yep.
Jacobs Pavilion.
Got me fancy like.
Applebee's
Oh, is that who
on
that
a
is?
date night. Yeah, that's a jam. Even I heard that song.
Yeah.
You going?
That's
You
not-
got tickets?
I don't have tickets.
Damn it. Oh, we got more Dunkel.
Yeah. Why not?
My fave.
So
Your
Hank,
fave.
Hank Williams Jr. the next night, Friday
A Blossom.
at Blossom. I mean,
some
Hank
lawn
Williams
seats.
Jr. Come on, man.
Let's go. Not bad.
Classic country.
No, classic is the next one on the list.
I don't know. Hank Williams Jr. is not classic country.
Oh, it is. So is Bonnie Raitt.
Well, Bonnie Raitt. This Saturday, Akron Civic Theater. I mean, come on.
All right.
I don't know. I mean,
I'm good with
country,
that.
man. You're good with
I'm
that.
digging
You're
it.
going
No.
down to Akron.
I know Bonnie
working.
Raitt from like
He's-
the 90s when she
he's-
got a couple songs released.
He's got to go to Madison to work. So he
Gotta
can't-
work.
He can't
Open
go
a brewery.
anywhere.
I'm a ding dong.
So I put this one on here. The Reverend Peyton's Big Damn Band, June 27th.
You love the supper
music,
club.
The supper club down there in Cleveland. My buddy Dan Smith, who designed the BlabberMalt logo and the Club Radon logo, him and I went down to see. We went down to see like Dropkick Murphys or something, and these guys opened up, and we were blown away. It's him, his wife, and I don't know, his brother, and the brother plays drums on a literal bucket, and his wife has a washboard, and he plays guitar. Just a mean, just bluesy kind of bluegrass guitar. Not usually my style of beer. Where's he going? But it was.
Maybe to get some sausage.
Yeah, we got sausage upstairs. But super cool band. I would go check them out. Supper Club is a small venue, but it's going to be awesome. So Incarceration Festival is coming up July 19th to the 21st. 3-day festival, kind of a metal festival.
Tattoos too, right?
Yeah, tons of tattoos. You can get a tattoo there if you
That's
want
what I
to,
thought.
if you want to pay for it. You a tattoo guy?
I've got 3.
Okay.
So
Yeah. So doesn't answer the question. Are you a tattoo guy?
I have no clue yet. I guess that's the biggest answer.
All
I know
right.
I want to get a 4th, so I don't know what that
Well,
means.
yeah, you're a tattoo guy then. So look, I'm going to throw this up here. This is a picture. This is the lineup for Incarceration. So I don't know. Across the top, you got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the headliners. I like Shinedown. I like Hailstorm.
7 Dust?
Seven Dust, yeah. I've seen Hailstorm a ton of times. I've seen
Chevelle.
Shinedown. If you look on, like, you go down one level, you see Friday. We got Machine Head, Chimera, Mushroom Head. Love those bands. Biohazard. Rick from Working Class loves Biohazard.
He's a metalhead.
He's a big. He had a Madball T-shirt on when we were there. He's a like a New York hardcore guy. Biohazard, great New York hardcore. But I mean, looking at the headliners, I'm like, Breaking Benjamin on Friday. I like them.
But Offspring.
Yeah, okay.
That doesn't feel like they fit in that
Yeah,
lineup.
they're a little more punk. I don't know. The headliners don't blow me away.
There's a lot there, though. There's a lot.
There is a lot there. I love Killswitch Engage on Saturday. Seven Dust is awesome. You see Dropkicks.
Stabbing
on Sunday.
Westward.
Yeah. I mean, that's going back to the 2000s,
Yeah.
right? So, I don't know. I've said this before, like a multi-day festival like this for me at my age, dude, it's a lot, man. It's a lot.
Anything after like 3 hours, I'm like, I'm done. I'm going to go home.
And if you're camping, forget about it, man. I'm done. People partying until 3, 4, 5 in the morning. Come on.
I got responsibilities now.
I got shit to do. I don't know.
I make beer for a living, so yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, so July 19th to the 21st. I'm not saying I'm not going, but yeah, I don't know.
Maybe.
It's a lot. You want to go?
No.
No? Okay. You're not into Godsmack?
Mm-mm.
People like Godsmack.
Not too bad.
Yeah, they're okay.
Chevelle. I had a Chevelle CD back in the day.
Yeah,
I did.
but yeah.
Breaking Benjamin, not bad.
So, like, tickets with fees for the weekend, like $300. Parking $60, and then you get there. If you want something to drink, you're like, okay, I'm gonna bang for my buck. The last time I was there, they sold these like it's like a foil cardboard carton, like a juice box, right? About I don't know, a pint maybe. 10%, 9%. It's like a buzz bomb or whatever.
Yeah.
All right, let's get it. $20. $20, man,
For a buzz bomb?
for a buzz bomb. Come on.
So this is a mini vacation. Is basically what you're taking.
Yeah. So I mean,
I drop $1,000 for the weekend.
like if you're going to go all day and you're going to drink those, I mean, because I want to have a couple beers when I'm seeing one of my favorite bands later in the night. It's going to be $200 easy, and you're, and what they were doing the when we were there. When they'd come up into a rush, when people are coming up to get beers and stuff, they pour a bunch of beers and set them out. And you come up and order a beer, and they give you one off of the. I'm like, I'm drinking it. It was sponsored by AB InBev, so it's all Bud Light and stuff like that. You hand me this semi-warm Bud Light. I'm like, if I'm drinking Bud Light, it better be ice cold, and it better be in a frosty mug. I mean, come on, man.
Sure.
I don't know. So
I have an
that's what you're up
interesting
against
fact
there.
for you.
Yeah.
I've seen 2 bands on that screen
Yeah.
in live,
Yeah.
and one of them, Skillet, they're drummers from Avon.
What?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Class of 97,
Wow. I like Skillet.
right?
Sorry.
I do like Skillet.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's our age. For sure.
Yeah. I don't know.
Small world.
Yeah.
I know.
I didn't know that. Thank you. Matthias taught me something about a metal band. Yes. I didn't steal.
First
I didn't
time
see Steel
and
Panther on
last
there.
time.
Steel Panther's not going to be there. That's
Nope.
that's a bummer. Right
We
there.
already did that show. It's a bucket list done. One
Yeah.
time and done.
Don't
promise.
say done.
Done.
No,
Oh, yeah.
I'm sad. We're going to go back. We're coming back.
No.
Ah.
No.
We'll talk
Maybe.
about it. We'll talk about it. Oh,
Maybe.
we'll talk about it. All right. Hey, man,
Okay.
if you got questions for us, email us at blabbermalt@gmail.com. We didn't get a question this week, but we are starting to get enough views where marketers are starting to send us emails and starting to send us texts and messages on Messenger. It's mostly like, hey, man, you got a great show.
How about you?
Hey, can we we want to use AI to, clip out some stuff for you. I'm like, no, I do that. So
guess that's
don't know.
good.
It's good. I guess we're getting, but we're it costs money and we can't do that.
It does.
Unless you like and follow and subscribe and hit the button, man.
Yep.
That helps us out. So
Sure does.
blabbermalt@gmail.com.
Push
Hit
those
us up.
things. Let's see it.
Yeah, let's see it.
Right there.
Do that right there. That helps us
Subscribe.
out a lot.
Follow, and then right there.
Yeah, you
Like
see
that,
the
by
thing.
way.
Do
Whack,
it. You know
whack,
how the internet
whack,
works.
Whack, whack. Smash it. Let's go, people.
Yeah.
It's time to grain out.
So Jerome, Jerome, thank you so much for
No,
being
thank
here.
you guys.
Yeah,
Appreciate
awesome.
it, man. It was a great time always.
We got coming up next week. We're going to be at Working Class.
Nope.
No, he's coming in. Rick's
Rick's
coming
coming
in.
here
Yeah, we were already at
the
Working
studio.
Class.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
he's
trouble.
coming in.
It'll be fun.
So yeah, he's probably going to bring some bourbon. He's got a lot of bourbons.
He's a big bourbon
Hey
fan.
Rick, if you're listening, bring some bourbons in. Bring something. Yeah, that'd
You
be
know.
good. July 2nd, we're going to be at Forest City.
Yep.
That should be a good show. And hopefully before too long, we're going to be at Lorraine Brewing Company for the ribbon cutting ceremony.
Let's get it going. I hope so soon.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, if we messed up at all tonight, which I'm sure we did a bunch,
Yeah.
or we didn't say sausage enough, or the party
Or
enough.
maybe we said it too much.
No such
You can
thing.
never say sausage, no.
No, you can email us at
blabbermalt@gmail.com.
cool guys.
Like, follow, subscribe. The BlabberMalt Show, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, and at BlabberMalt at Instagram, Threads, and X.
And you?
We are on all the good socials: Facebook, Instagram. Not
Sometimes
TikTok,
X.
I don't think so. But yeah, everything else.
Schnitz Ale and Schnitz Ale Production. I
Yep.
believe.
And Dutch Schnitzel House too, as well.
There you
Das
go.
Schnitzel House.
Yep.
Get the Parma, get some sausage, drink some beer
Yeah, you won't be disappointed at all.
at any point in time.
Nope.
Never.
All right, guys. Hey, till next time, stay
Stay
malty,
malty, Cleveland.